the Chiefs versus the Raiders. First of all, hats off to the Raiders since Antonio Pierce took over. I mean, they've just been playing hard. They've been playing tough. The defense has played really well. Interesting stat, after the first quarter, Aiden O'Connell didn't throw another pass the rest of the game.
Now,
they won the game.
But here's the thing. I don't know that that's going to help Antonio Pierce keep his job, right? So, yeah, listen, you do what you do. Listen, you do what you got to do to win, right? But offensively, they're not wowing anyone, right?
No.
Let's
and the
say
Chiefs'
that one.
defense is good.
But defensively, he has been highly impressive. Nobody thought that defense was going to be as good as they are and be able to hold people down the way they have been. Now, the Chiefs have their offensive woes, but the Raiders' defense absolutely step up. Max Crosby is a beast. He's an ultimate beast.
For a touchdown?
Right? Yes.
Yeah.
Right?
Two interceptions,
a fumble and
a
fumble and
interception. That was an interception. Yeah.
But listen, there's so much problem going on with the Kansas City Chiefs right now. Again,
offense is a mess.
I don't want to sound like a broken record, but where's the run game? Well, how come Patrick Mahomes is never?
Pacheco got a concussion.
Pacheco has
just
a
coming
concussion.
Off the shoulder
but
injury.
How come the Chiefs are never under center? They're never under center right now.
I think they're too. Did you see Shannon Sharp? Shannon Sharp had a great breakdown. He's just like, why like he's like, the Chiefs are like the girls wearing too much makeup. You know, they're wearing all this makeup because they know there are so many flaws like within their face and skin, but they don't want other people to notice it. And that's exactly, the Chiefs do like all this cute stuff. Get under center and run the ball every once in a while.
I agree, but listen, let me ask you a question. Does this offense look a lot like the Bears team under Matt Nagy? Right? You know, real inconsistent, right? Good game, bad game, Jekyll and Hyde type of a situation.
Looks like Bieniemy was obviously more important to the offense maybe than we all thought.
I think he was the disciplinarian, right? I think he was the one that can sort of, I don't want to say make the adjustments, but maybe flip the script to say, hey, you know what? Let's run a little bit more.
Sure.
Hey, let's focus on again a specific group of receivers. Again, I talk about this.
Yeah.
Just about every offensive play, it's always 3 to 4 different receivers.
Yeah.
Right. Rashid Rice should never leave the field.
Yeah.
Right. And so if all of a sudden your X is locked down,
they got.
Exactly. So why is he leaving the field?
Yeah.
Now you find out your why, right? You stick Sky Moore in the slot. Listen, you drafted him with a second round pick. You got to believe in him. And then on the other side, you put in, Tony, or you could try out the rookie and Ross, MVS. But like, first of all, you're paying MVS a lot of money.
MVS are not on the same page. They do not look on the same page anytime.
Listen, how many times are you going to drop the ball and let that and lose a game?
Yeah.
Right? It's just one too many times.
And you can see the frustration boiling over too. Like Mahomes yelling at the sideline, like, run the effing play. Him shoulder checking Kelsey a little bit. Like, there's a lot going on within that team, right? They look to me much closer to a one and done, maybe a divisional round team than they do an actual team that can make a Super Bowl. I just don't know if it's currently constructed. If they don't at least adjust their mindset to the team the team they now currently are, I just don't really see them winning more than 1-2 games in the playoffs.
Well, listen, when you break down the playoff matchup, right? I'm never going to say that the Chiefs are not a Super Bowl contender. You got Patrick Mahomes, you're going to be in it the entire time. But when you look at the breakdown, right? Like the Chiefs will play the Bills right now in the first round.
Would not love that matchup.
And so yes, that would be a tough matchup. But listen, the Bills was struggling against the Chargers, right?
Fair.
So all of a sudden, if the Chiefs come out with a good offensive scheme and just for at least a game, right, nobody drops the ball, then they're going to be in it, right?
But I would say Buffalo's the more overall talented team walking into that game.
Yeah, but can the Bills win the big moments?
It's fair,
right?
No, it's totally fair.
At the end of the day, Josh Allen hasn't proven himself.
That could still change too, though.
Right, it could, but listen, yes, it could change. But Josh hasn't proved himself in the playoffs. Remember what the Bengals did to him a year or two ago, right? He had the one game with the Chiefs where it was just an epic game, but he hasn't proven to be that elite quarterback in the playoffs.
Yep.
So again, if it comes down to quarterback play, I'm going to bet on Patrick Mahomes. And can the receivers get it right for one game?
Experience matters, and I'm an experienced guy.
And so, Kelsey's going to show up. Right, remember Watson? Maybe they start running some double tight end. It looks like Jared McKinnon is out. So listen,
he's out.
I believe in the Chiefs and they can get it right.
Listen, like again, the Chiefs get there. You always got to give them the benefit of the doubt.